Good morning, students. In the last class, we discussed regarding balancing of chemical equation. Balancing of chemical equation. So, the chemical equation the basics it must be balanced. And I told you how to balance a chemical equation. So, you have to make sure that the number of atoms of each species on the left hand side, that means reactant side, should be same as that of the product side. That is the key of balancing of a chemical equation. Okay. So I am giving you some assignments and most of you have sent it and sent it correctly. Thank you very much. So for your information, these are the answers. First one, it will be 3Fe plus 4H2O will give rise to Fe3O4 plus 4H2. So this is the first one. Second one, 2 aluminium plus 2 sodium hydroxide plus 2 water will give you 2 sodium metaluminate plus 3 hydrogen. Okay. Then Fe3O4 plus carbon monoxide will give you 3 FeO, that is ferrous oxide, plus carbon dioxide. Then 2 HNO3, that is nitric acid, plus 6 Hi will give you 2 NO plus 3 I2 plus 4 H2O. Then Mg3N2, magnesium nitride plus 6 H2O will give you 3 magnesium hydroxide plus 2 NH3. So these are the answers of the assignment given in the last class. So those who have not solved it, you can check it and solve it accordingly. Then next we will proceed to our next part, that is based on the balanced chemical equation. So the next part is purely based on balanced chemical equation and mole concept. So you must be very clear regarding balancing of a chemical equation and mole concept to go for the next part, which I will be teaching you, that is called stoichiometric calculation. Stoichiometric calculation. Stoichiometric calculation. So this is purely based on a balanced chemical equation and mole concept. So I already told you what is mole. We have studied in details regarding mole. Mole is kahichi. And what is the speciality of mole? Now the reactants and the products, they are present in a chemical equation in the ratio of their moles. So they used to combine with each other in the ratio of their moles. That is the speciality of mole. For example, if we go for carbon monoxide, which is a gas, when combines with oxygen, which is a gas again, will give rise to carbon dioxide, which is a gas. So this is the reaction. It is not balanced. Okay. How to balance it? Now 2 carbon monoxide plus O2 will give you 2 CO2. Now it is balanced. So we have done it by heat and trial method. Okay. So this is a balanced chemical equation. And we get various data from this balanced chemical equation. So the calculation which are based on the balanced chemical equation are called stoichiometric calculation. It comes from the word stoichiometry. Stoichiometry means the ratio in which the reactants and products they combine with each other. That is called stoichiometry. Jamti कहती 2 is multiplied here. What is 2 here? That is called stoichiometric coefficient. Stoichiometric coefficient. So the numbers which are multiplied to balance a chemical equation are known as stoichiometric coefficient. Last class, right? So these numbers are called stoichiometric coefficient. Similarly, what is stoichiometric coefficient here? Now 1 is stoichiometric coefficient here, and here it is 2. Okay. So the numbers which are used or which are multiplied to balance a chemical equation are known as stoichiometric coefficients. And we can get various data, that is regarding mass, volume, everything from the balanced chemical equation. So that is called stoichiometric calculation. That is the calculations purely based on mole concept. Okay. So students, again coming back to stoichiometric calculation. So this is a balanced chemical equation and all of them are present in the same state, that is gaseous state. I have told you that we have to mention the state of the reactant and product in a chemical equation. So I mentioned here all of them are in gaseous state. So let us see what does it mean. First, as I told you, they used to react with each other or combine with each other in the ratio of their moles. That means 2 moles of carbon monoxide combines with 1 mole of oxygen to to produce 2 mole of carbon dioxide. So what is the ratio? The 2:1 is to 2. So they used to combine with each other in the ratio of their moles. So 2 moles of carbon monoxide combines with 1 mole of oxygen to produce 2 mole of carbon dioxide. So that is the first key. They are present in the ratio of their moles. Okay. Or we can say carbon monoxide 12 plus 16. That is in terms of volume 28 gram is the molar mass of carbon monoxide. So 2 moles are present. So 2 into 28 gram. Then oxygen, it is 32 gram. That means carbon dioxide is 44. So 2 into 44 gram. So next I have only mentioned the molar mass. Molar mass of carbon monoxide. Carbon is 12, oxygen is 16. So 28. So 2 moles are present. That means 56 gram. So 56 gram of carbon monoxide combines with 32 gram of oxygen to produce how many grams? Now 88 grams of carbon dioxide. Look at the masses. 56 plus 32 gives you 88. So next thing we get is the ratio of their masses. The ratio in which they combine with each other. So we get the idea regarding mass. Then in both concept, I told you that all the gases under the similar condition of temperature and pressure, that may be NTP or STP, they occupy the same volume. So you know that all the gases, they occupy 22.4 liter volume at NTP. So 2 into volume, 2 moles mean 2 into 22.4 liter volume at NTP. That means 44.8 liter volume at NTP. नहीं ये संख्या क्या होगा? 1 मोल अच्छी 22.4 liter. ये क्या होगा? 2 moles अच्छी. That means क्या होगा? 2 into 22.4. 2 into 22.4 liter. That means 44.8 liter volume. So previously I told you regarding masses, the ratio of masses. Next, the ratio of volumes in which they are present. That means 44.8 liter of carbon monoxide will combine with 22.4 liter of oxygen to produce 44.8 liter of carbon dioxide. So that is the ratio of their volumes. So from this we can get various relationship. For example, 56 gram of carbon monoxide will produce or give 44.8 liter volume of carbon dioxide. So we get 3 relationship: mass, volume, and mass, volume. So we can use 3 types of relationship to solve the numericals based on stoichiometric calculations. So next we will go for the 3 types of relations. So students, as I told you, the calculations can be of 3 types. So what are the 3 types? So we will go for calculations based upon 3 types of relationship. What is? Number 1, mass relationship. Second one is volume relationship. Volume relationship. And third one is mass volume relationship. So I have already told you that to solve the numericals you have to be very precise in your mole concept and balancing of a chemical equation. Okay. So I already told you 1 mole. What is 1 mole? Once again I am repeating. 1 mole means Avogadro number of molecules or Avogadro number of units. Avogadro number means 6.023 into 10 power 23. So 1 mole of any substance means Avogadro number of units. It may be molecules or it may be atoms into atomicity. Then is equal to gram molecular mass, which is known as molar mass. What is gram molecular mass? Now we know how to calculate molecular mass. So when we add gram to it, it becomes gram molecular mass or molar mass. So 1 mole of any substance means molar mass. That we have already discussed. And if it is a gaseous substance, all the gases under similar condition of temperature and pressure, I told you regarding NTP and STP, they occupy same volume. That means all the gases, they occupy 22.4 liter volume at NTP, normal temperature and pressure. So these things have already been discussed. So based on this knowledge, there are 3 types of relationships which we can go for the calculation. So first, mass relationship. So with respect to this equation, once again I write. So carbon is 12, oxygen is 16. That means 28 is the molar mass. 2 moles means 56 gram. So 56 gram of carbon monoxide combines with 32 gram of oxygen to produce 88 gram of carbon dioxide. So if 2 of these things are given, you can find out the third one. Suppose the question is given, how many grams of oxygen is required to produce 44 gram of carbon dioxide? How many grams of oxygen is required to produce 44 gram of carbon dioxide? So we know 44 gram means 1 mole. So here 1 mole will be produced from 0.5 mole of oxygen. That means 16 gram. So later we will be solving the numericals. It will be more clear to you. So this is called mass relationship, because we know that 1 mole is molar mass or 1 gram molecular mass. So based on that we can do various calculations. Then next comes volume relationship. What is that? Now I told you, so 2 moles means it is 44.8 liter volume of carbon monoxide, because it is a gas, combines with 22.4 liter of oxygen, because it is 1 mole, to produce 44.8 liter of carbon dioxide. So this is based on volume. So suppose you will be given the volumes only. Then 2 more laws will be applicable here. What are they? Now Avogadro's law. Madam has taught you Avogadro's law. So in case of volume relationship, there will be 2 more laws which will be applicable. Avogadro's law. First one is Avogadro's law. What is Avogadro's law? Now equal volume of all gases under similar condition of temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules or moles. Okay, equal volume of all gases under the similar condition of temperature and pressure, they occupy or they contain same number of moles or same number of molecules. माने आमे यदि समान वॉल्यूम नबा विभिन्न गैस समान कंडीशन थी टेम्परेचर प्रेशर रो समानकर मॉलिक्यूल संख्या बा मोल संख्या समान हबो. Equal volume of all gases, they contain same number of moles or same number of molecules. That is called Avogadro's law. Out hoଉଛି Gay-Lussac's law. Gay-Lussac's law. What is this? Now whenever the gases combine under the similar condition of temperature and pressure, they always do so in the ratio of their volumes. Whenever gases combine with each other under similar condition of temperature and pressure, they always do so in the ratio of their volumes. That means 2 volumes of carbon monoxide will combine with 1 volume of oxygen to produce 2 volumes of carbon dioxide. So they always combine in the ratio of their volumes. This is called Gay-Lussac's law. So in case of volume relationship, these 2 laws they dominate. That means they govern the volume relationship. And basically we know 1 mole of any gaseous substance, it will occupy 22.4 liter volume at NTP. So based on that we can solve various numericals which we will be doing later on. Then next, mass volume relationship. For this, you have to remember the relationship of mole. 1 mole is equal to 1 gram molecular mass or molar mass. It occupies 22.4 liter volume at NT. Okay. So from these two relationship, we get the relationship between mass and volume. That means 56 gram of carbon monoxide will produce 44.8 liter volume of carbon dioxide, or 88 gram of carbon dioxide will be produced from 44.8 liter of carbon monoxide. So this is how you can interconvert between mass and volume. So these are the basics of stoichiometric calculations. It is based on mass relationship, volume relationship, mass volume relationship. And during volume relationship, you have to remember these two laws, which are Avogadro's laws, which says that equal volume of all gases under similar condition of temperature and pressure, they contain equal number of molecules. Jeteବେଳେ madam तुमको पढ़ेबे देखिबो combined gas equation, again she will tell you regarding Avogadro's law. Then Gay-Lussac's law. Gay-Lussac's law tells us that whenever gases combine under the similar condition of temperature and pressure, they always do so in the ratio of their volumes. That means in the ratio of their volumes. 2 volumes of carbon monoxide, actually 2. So you get various data from a balanced chemicals. So 2 volume of carbon monoxide combines with 1 volume of oxygen to produce 2 volumes of carbon dioxide. Okay, next we will solve some numericals, then it will be clear to you. So next student will be solving one numerical. This is the question. Calculate the mass of water in grams produced by the combustion of 16 gram methane. So questions will be like this. So you have to write down the balanced chemical equation from this question, then solve it. Okay. So methane, CH4. When combustion means it will burn in presence of oxygen. So what will be the product form? Now obviously carbon dioxide plus water. So whenever any carbonaceous substance, that means carbon containing substance, will undergo combustion. Combustion means you have to remember it will burn in presence of oxygen. That means plus oxygen, it will definitely give you carbon dioxide plus water. You have to balance it. CH4 plus, so we will first make it 2H2O. Okay, 2H2O, that means now oxygen becomes 2 plus 2, 4. So 2O2, carbon 1 balanced, hydrogen 4, oxygen 4. Now this is balanced. Okay, so the question is, what is the mass of water in grams produced by the combustion of 16 gram methane? Okay, so we have to underline the portions which are asked. So there is a relationship between methane and water. So we have to underline like this. Whatever the question is, we have to underline those two. We will not write in details regarding the others. So CH4, carbon is 12, it is 4 into 1. So 16 gram is the molar mass. That means 1 mole of methane produces 2 moles of water. Okay, 1 mole of methane means 16 gram. Then water H2O, that means 18. 2 into 18 gram, that means 36 gram. Okay, so it is directly given here. So 16 gram of methane will produce 36 gram of water. Directly you will get the answer. If you balance it properly, you get the answer directly. So what will you answer? Now the mass of water which will produced by the combustion of 16 gram of methane will be 36 gram. Okay. So from this we can make another question. How many moles of methane are required to produce 22 gram of carbon dioxide? Question 2. How many moles of methane are required to produce? How many moles of methane are required to produce 22 gram of carbon dioxide? So this is the next question. How many moles of methane are required to produce 22 gram of carbon dioxide? Okay. Now the question is changed. We have to find out the relationship between methane and carbon dioxide. So what we will underline here? I will underline methane and carbon dioxide. So in the ratio of moles, 1 mole of methane produces 1 mole of carbon dioxide. 1 mole of carbon dioxide means C plus 32, 44 gram of carbon dioxide. So these two are required. These are the required portions. Okay. How many moles of methane are required to produce 22 gram of carbon dioxide? Okay. So you have to solve it by unitary method. So 44 gram of carbon dioxide requires how many moles? Now 1 mole of methane. Okay. So 1 gram of carbon dioxide will require 1 by 44 mole of methane. Required is 22 gram. So you have to solve it by unitary method. So 22 gram of carbon dioxide will require 22 into 1 by 44. That means 0.5 mole of CH4. Okay. So you have to solve the numericals like this. Okay. Three type of relationship: mass relationship, mass volume relationship, and volume relationship. I told you in the last class: mass to mass relationship, mass to volume relationship, and volume to volume relationship. Okay. So in the last class I solved you one example, two examples based on mass to mass relationship. So next we'll go for mass to volume relationship. Mass to volume relationship. Mass to volume relationship. Okay. So the question is, what volume of carbon dioxide? Question: what volume of carbon dioxide at NTP is at NTP. NTP means normal temperature and pressure. NTP is obtained means is obtained on treating 1 gram marble. Marble means it is calcium carbonate. 1 gram marble with dilute hydrochloric acid, that is HCl. So this is the question. What volume of carbon dioxide at NTP is obtained on treating 1 gram marble? Marble formula is calcium carbonate with dilute hydrochloric acid. Okay. So it is clearly visible. It is volume and mass relationship. So we have to first, what is the solution? Now any of these questions has to be started with the balanced chemical equation. So calcium carbonate, marble is calcium carbonate plus hydrochloric acid will give you calcium chloride plus carbon dioxide plus water. So these are the products formed. Okay. So this is the chemical equation which supports this one. Then next step we have to balance it. This is a skeleton equation. So we have to balance it. Look, calcium 1 here, balanced. Then carbon 1 here, balanced. Oxygen 3 here, 2 plus 1, 3 here, balanced. Then hydrogen 1 here, but 2 here. Chlorine 1 here, but 2 here. That means a simple step, that is if you multiply 2 here, the equation will be balanced. So next we get the balanced chemical equation. So this is the balanced chemical equation. Then we need not go for the whole. I have told you that we need not go for the whole reaction. So we have to go for the question only. So we have to find out the relationship between carbon dioxide and HCl. So we have to go for the relationship between carbon dioxide produced when marble is treated. Okay, so that means we have to go for the relationship between marble, that is calcium carbonate, and carbon dioxide production. Okay, so we have to go like this. So we have to underline the required portions: calcium carbonate here and carbon dioxide there. And carbon dioxide in terms of volume, calcium carbonate in terms of mass. Okay, so if you look at the balanced chemical equation, look, 1 is multiplied here, that means 1 mole of calcium carbonate will produce 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Balanced chemical equation, because the reactants and products, they used to combine with each other in the ratio of their moles, already. So that means in a balanced chemical equation we can directly use mole like this. So 1 multiplied here means it is 1 mole, 1 multiplied here means it is 1 mole. So 1 mole of calcium carbonate produces 1 mole of carbon dioxide. But remember, we have to convert 1 mole of calcium carbonate into grams and 1 mole of carbon dioxide into volume. Okay. So calcium carbonate 1 mole means 1 gram molecular mass or molar mass. So calcium carbonate, calcium is 40, carbon is 12 and oxygen 3 into 16. 48 plus 12, 16, 100. So 1 mole of calcium carbonate means 100 gram. You have read it earlier. Okay. Then 1 mole of carbon dioxide at NTP. So 1 mole of any gas, 1 mole of any gas occupies same volume at NTP, that is molar volume, that is 22.4 liter. So 1 mole of carbon dioxide means 22.4 liter at NTP. Okay. Now we have got the relationship. What is the question? Now when 1 gram of marble is reacted with or treated with HCl, what will be the volume of carbon dioxide formed? So we have to start like this: 100 gram of marble, that is calcium carbonate, produces 22.4 liter carbon dioxide at NTP. Okay. So what is required? Now 1 gram. So unitary method. So 1 gram of calcium carbonate will produce 22.4 divided by 100 liter carbon dioxide at NTP. 22.4 by 100 means 0.224. Simply move 2 places here. 2 to 4 liter carbon dioxide at NTP. So this is the answer. So simply you have to solve the questions like this. You have to go for the question and balanced chemical equation. So first write down the balanced chemical equation, then mark what has been asked in the question. Question में कौन पूछा है देखो. So underline only those two. जो क्वेश्चन पचाएगी ताकि केवल अंडरलाइन करो, सब गुड़ा को जीवा दत्ता नहीं. Then you can put them in the ratio of their moles. I told you, because they used to combine with each other in the ratio of their moles. Okay. Then you have to solve like this. Okay. So next we will go for volume relationship. So next students will go for volume relationship. So another example based on volume relationship. So the question is question 2. Calculate the volume of oxygen necessary. Calculate the volume of oxygen necessary to burn 5 liter butane gas. 5 liter butane gas okay. What is the volume of, what is, second bit is there, what is the volume of carbon dioxide formed. Carbon dioxide formed. Okay. So when again answer has to start with the balanced chemical equation. So what is the reactor here? Now butane burns. That means undergoes combustion. Koichi any fuel when undergoes combustion means it reacts with oxygen. So any fuel when burns in presence of oxygen or undergoes oxidation, that reaction is known as combustion. So butane, you have read it earlier. Okay, alkane. General formula CnH2n plus 2. But. But means 4 carbon atoms. So what is the formula of butane? C4H10. So this is the formula of butane. When reacts with oxygen, definitely it produces carbon dioxide and water. Simply we have to balance it. So this is the base reaction. Butane reacts with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water. So how to balance it? Now it will be 2 butane combines with 13 oxygen to produce 8 carbon dioxide and 10 H2O. So this is the balanced chemical equation. Okay. Then I have told you whenever the gases combine, they always do so in the ratio of their volumes. Gay-Lussac's law of combining volumes. So as per Gay-Lussac's law of combining volumes, whenever the gases react with each other, they always do so in the ratio of their volumes. That means 2 volume of butane combines with 13 volume of oxygen to produce 8 volume of carbon dioxide. Okay. So as per Gay-Lussac's law, they always combine the gases. This is a gas, this is a gas, this is also a gas. So they will always combine in the ratio of their volume. We can take in terms of moles also, but it is better to go for volume directly. Okay. That means I can write 2 liter of butane requires or combines with 13 liter of oxygen to produce 8 liter of carbon dioxide. Okay. So why I have taken 3? Now because it contains 2 parts. One is the relationship between butane and oxygen. Another is the relationship between butane and carbon dioxide. So I have taken 3. So we will start with this one. Calculate the volume of oxygen necessary to burn 5 liter of butane gas. Okay. So look, 2 liter of butane requires 13 liter of oxygen. So we will start with this 2 liter of butane requires 13 liters. 13 liter oxygen. Unitary method. So 1 liter of butane will require 13 by 2. 13 by 2 liter oxygen. So what is the question? Now 5 liter butane. So 5 liter butane will require now 13 by 2 into 5 liter. 13 into 2. That is 65 by 2. 32.5 liter oxygen. So 5 liter of butane requires how many? Now 32.5 liter of oxygen. Simply from the balanced chemical equation we are getting the answer. Then go to second bit. What is the volume of carbon dioxide formed? Okay. Look, 2 liter of butane produces 8 liter of carbon dioxide. We have to start from this. So 2 liter of butane produces 8 liter carbon dioxide. So unitary method again, 1 liter of butane will produce kete 8/2, that means 4 liter carbon dioxide. Okay, what is the requirement? Now 5 liter of butane. So 5 liter of butane will require kete 5 into 4, that is 20 liter carbon dioxide. This is the answer. Okay, so this is the question based on what? Now volume to volume relationship. So in this case you can solve it in both ways. You can use mole also, but it is better to apply Gay-Lussac's law directly, which I told you in the last class. Gay-Lussac's law of combining volumes. Whenever gases react with each other, they always react in the ratio of their volumes. So straight away take in the ratio of their volumes. Balance chemical 2:13:8. That means 2 volume is to 13 volume is to 8 volume. So volume means it will be measured in terms of liter. So directly write 2 liter, 13 liter, 8 liter. Then solve this. Okay. So next we will discuss what is limiting reagent. Another important person that is called limiting reagent. So next students, as I told you, we will be discussing limiting reagent. Limiting reagent. So listen carefully, what is limiting reagent. So let me explain first, then we'll follow it by examples. Okay. So its name is clear, limiting reagent. That means a reagent present in a chemical reaction which limits the reaction. That means stops it before it is due. That means suppose the reaction is to be completed after some time, but due to shortage of one of the reactant is present in less quantity as compared to the balanced chemical equation. So balanced chemical equation अनुसार जतिकी reactant रहिबा कथा ताठू जदि कम अछि तारे कोन करिवो से ना reaction जतले सरिया कथा ताठू पूर्व बंद कर दो. So if a reagent is present in lower quantity as required in the balanced chemical equation, then what it does? Now it stops or limits the reaction before the due time. So that reagent is known as limiting reagent. So what is the definition? Now write down the reactant which is completely used and determines the amount of product to be formed is known as limiting reagent. Or simple words, the reagent which is present in lower quantity and that's why limits the reaction or stops the reaction before it is due is known as the limiting reagent. So any reagent which is present in lesser quantity or lower quantity as required in the balanced chemical equation and therefore stops or limits the reaction before it's due, then that reagent is known as limiting reagent. For example, I am asiba mane karo methane gas to CH4. So CH4 plus oxygen. So burning of methane. Again it will produce carbon dioxide plus water. So any fuel when it is burned, it will produce carbon dioxide and water. Okay. So let us balance it. So 2 here, multiply 2 here, 2H2, 2H2. H and now 4 balanced, carbon 1 balanced, oxygen now becomes 2 here, 2 here, 4. So make it 2. So this is the balanced chemical equation in case of methane. Okay. So when it is balanced chemical equation, that means 1 mole of methane requires 2 mole of oxygen to produce 1 mole of carbon dioxide and 2 moles of water. So clearly visible from the balanced chemical equation that this is the balanced chemical equation and they should be there in the ratio of their moles. Okay, that means 1 mole of methane requires 2 moles of oxygen for complete combustion. Combustion complete होगा पाई कैसे दरकार था वो ना 2 moles of oxygen. Okay. Suppose we take 0.5 mole of methane. So we are taking 0.5 mole of methane, but oxygen present is 2 mole. So what will happen? Now the reaction will take place. but will stop before due course. Why? Now because for 0.5 mole of methane, only 1 mole of, because look, 1 mole of CH4 requires, correct, 2 moles oxygen for complete combustion. Complete combustion reaction complete by now 1 mole of methane requires 2 mole of oxygen. Okay, that means 0.5 mole of methane will require how much? Now 1 mole of oxygen. That means here methane is present in lower quantity as required in the balanced chemical equation. That means 1 mole of oxygen will be consumed only, but 1 mole will be extra. So which of the reagent is present in excess? Ki adhika achi? Now oxygen is present in excess. So it cannot be the limiting reagent. So what will be the limiting reagent? Now methane is the limiting reagent in this case. So this is how you have to find out the limiting reagent. So from the balanced chemical equation, it is very well understood. So suppose the question is this: in an experiment, a mixture of 0.5 mole of methane was burnt in 2 moles of oxygen. In a mixture of 0.5 mole of methane was burnt in 2 moles of oxygen. Okay, find out the limiting reagent. So what will be the limiting reagent? Now you have to write that 1 mole of methane requires 2 mole of oxygen. That means 0.5 mole of methane will require 1 mole of oxygen. That means oxygen is present in excess. That is 1 mole excess. So it cannot be the limiting reagent. It is not present in lesser quantity. Which is present in the lesser quantity? The methane. So any reagent which is present in lesser quantity than the required quantity is the limiting reagent. So in this case, methane is the limiting reagent. Okay. So this is all about limiting reagent. We will discuss some examples in the next class. So next I will be giving you some assignments. You solve it and send it to me. So next students, as I told you, it will be time for assignments. Okay. So I have given you 4 questions. So what are the questions? Calculate the mass of water in grams produced by the combustion of 16 gram methane. So you have to write down the reaction itself, balance it and solve it. So that is the key. So for every question you have to write down the balanced chemical equation, then only you can solve it. Question 2, how many moles of methane, that is CH4, are required to produce 22 gram of carbon dioxide after combustion? Okay. Question 3, calculate the amount of carbon dioxide that can be produced when 1 mole of carbon is completely burnt in air. Okay. Then last question, 56 gram of nitrogen. So in some books it will be written as dinitrogen or it is nitrogen. That means you have to follow it is N2. So 56 gram of nitrogen is mixed with 30 gram of dihydrogen or H2 under suitable conditions to react. What will be the mass of ammonia produced or formed? Okay, you know when nitrogen and hydrogen react with each other, they produce ammonia. Okay. So you have to find out what will be the mass of ammonia formed. So for every question you have to write down the balanced chemical equation, then only you can solve this. Okay. So you have to try to solve these assignments and solve it, then send it to me by WhatsApp. Okay. So this is for today. We'll see you in the next class. Thank you very much.